Alright, what's going on, guys? So we are back in Fort Lauderdale in this little mangrove wetland swamp type thing. I was here in my last video where I caught all those crested gobies and frillfin gobies. When I got home, I looked at some of the underwater footage I recorded, and there were a couple juvenile snook of some species here. Didn't see those while I was here, which is a little disappointing because I would have tried to catch them. But we're back here today. If I see the snook, I'm going to look for them a little bit better. We'll try to target those guys. We're also going to just be kind of microfishing. We're probably going to get a lot of crested gobies again, a lot of frillfin gobies. If you liked the last video, this one's probably going to go very similar, but there should still be some other species here. I've seen sailfin mollies here in the past. I've seen some other little longer, skinnier goby type thing when I was here last time that I couldn't catch. So there should still be some other species here for me to catch. We'll try it out and we'll see what happens. The tide right now is lower than it was last time, which is not ideal. However, I have a very limited amount of time to fish during the week, and sometimes I just got to get out when I can, no matter what the tide is. That's just kind of what you got to work with when you're fishing in the salt water. But yeah, let's give it a shot and let's see what we can get. Alrighty, so here's what we are going to be fishing. A couple days ago when I was here, even though I was still here at a pretty low tide, all of these rocks here kind of straight down with these oyster shells on them were underwater. So the water is way lower here than it was a couple days ago, and I thought it was pretty low a couple days ago. And the snook were literally right in this little area here. That's where my camera was. I didn't see them while I was here, but they were there. So right now we got a little tanago hook on. I saw one little tiny mohara, which I don't necessarily want to catch. Would prefer some little gobies. But let's just drop this down. Hopefully when my shrimp hits the bottom, some gobies will come out of hiding and hit it. Actually, I think there's one right there. It's a little guy. Can I get him interested in the shrimp? He bit. Let's take a look at this little guy. Alright, so he is tiny. There's a couple of these really tiny little guys down there. This is going to be a crested goby, I believe. The larger crested gobies that were here last time are not here. At least I'm not seeing them. Maybe they moved somewhere else when the tide dropped. But let's get a pic of this little guy. Smallest crested goby I've ever caught. And let's get it back. Got him. Bigger guy. Alright, so we got one of the big boys. It's a larger crested goby. Caught a bunch of these when I was here just a couple days ago. So I guess there are still some larger fish here. No sign of anything else on the bottom. Just a couple moharas, but nothing really cool. No sign of those snook or anything else like that either. Got a little guy. What is this thing? Alright, so it's another little guy. Another little juvenile crested goby. So last time I was here I was fishing that size 18 or size 20 hook. Obviously now that we're fishing the tanago hook, all of these little guys are much more likely to get hooked. See if I can push him up against the glass right there so you can see him just a little bit better. Really cool little fish. Let's try to catch maybe a couple more with these guys, but I would like to catch something that I didn't catch here last time. All right, there's our first frillfin. Wasn't really trying to catch this guy, but let's take a look at him. All right, so there's our first frillfin goby. I was literally just squatting down so I could see through the water a little bit better, see if I could find something cool and a little bit rarer on the bottom. And I dropped this next to a little rock crack, and we got our first frillfin goby out of here. So these guys are usually a lot more common than the crested in most of the spots that I fished in this area, but this spot seems to have way more crested than frillfins. Still a pretty cool catch. Got him. Let's take a look at this one. It's something different. All right, so this is a little interesting. This is a boring little eastern mosquito fish. This is brackish water, and I thought this might have been a mangrove mosquito fish. Clearly it's not. It is an eastern, which is interesting because these guys are usually more of a freshwater species, whereas the mangrove are more of a saltwater species. So I was sure these were going to be mangroves, but we got ourselves a boring little eastern mosquito fish instead. Alright, so here's what I put together. I'm going to live line that mosquito fish under a bobber. I don't normally fish bobbers. I don't like fishing bobbers in moving water, but I think that's going to give us our best chance of getting something on this. This is the opposite side, so that water kind of runs under the road here, through this culvert, I think is what the proper name is, and then ends up over here. Now, whether or not there's a snook or something back here right now with this low water, I don't know. But I'm going to leave this here. Hopefully something hits it, whether it's a snook or like a sleeper or something. I don't know if a sleeper would hit it on the surface like that, but we'll see. I'm just going to let this sit here for a little while. I'll keep microfishing over on the other side of the culvert, and hopefully get something on the bobber here. Oh, what is that? What is that? What is that? Oh, this branch is in the way. Hold on now. Oh, something bigger bit it. What is this? All right, so this is going to be another crested goby, a bigger crested goby. I saw something else down there about the same size as this one, but not longer, but skinnier. Such a slimmer profile. And I don't know what that is, whether it's like a sleeper or some sort of other goby, I don't know. But that guy disappeared pretty quick. All we got to show for our efforts so far have been a couple crested gobies, frillfin gobies, and one eastern mosquito fish. Got him. What is this thing? Another bigger guy. Alright, so this bigger guy, it's a nicer fish, but it's going to be our... Actually, I think it's only our second frillfin goby that I truly caught. I did catch one more that kind of flopped off the hook and bounced back in the water before I had a chance to like take a picture of him and show him off. But another little frillfin goby. So there are some larger fish down there because this is an adult-sized goby. I don't know. I just like these guys. I love any sort of small bottom-dwelling fish, and gobies definitely fall into that category. So yeah, let's get them back. Let's see what else we can get. Still nothing over there on the bobber on the live mosquito fish. Got him. Oh, this guy jumped all over the place. Got himself hung up there. Let's take a look at this guy. Alright, so we got another crested goby. What I have noticed though, the tide is coming in now. And what I have noticed is since the tide's been coming in, there have been more bigger fish active on the bottom, at least that I can see, and that have been going for my baits. When I first got here, tide was really low, and we got all those little, super tiny little gobies. Now that the water's rose, even just a couple inches, we're getting some bigger gobies. So I don't know if we'll still get those snook to come back here before we gotta call it a day, but we can still hope. What is this thing? Oh, this is a big boy. Big frillfin. Alright, so we got ourselves a big boy, biggest frillfin goby of the day. I walked over to the other side where that... Alright, that guy's back. Walked over to the other side where that bobber with the live mosquito fish is still sitting. I got nothing over there on that thing. I might have to put that on the bottom, see if there's something on the bottom that wants to bite that. But let's make a few more drops over on this side with a little bit of shrimp. Got him. This one feels bigger. What is this? What is this? Something? What is this? Is this the giant frillfin? Alright, so based on the size of this guy alone, I was sure that it was not a frillfin or a crested. But this looks to be the absolute biggest frillfin goby that I have ever seen. I didn't even know that they get to be this size. So like some of the ones we caught earlier were what I thought were a big size. But, I mean, this thing is an absolute beast. Definitely my PB frillfin goby. No idea they got to this size. This is a really, really big fish. But let's get him back and let's keep fishing. This another big frillfin? No, it's a big crested. Alright, so this is a pretty good sized crested goby. Sun's starting to go down a little bit, and just like last time, as the sun went down a little bit, the mosquitoes came out in full force. I put some bug spray on earlier, but I probably sweated all that off and it's not working very well. So we'll get this guy back. I think I'm going to put my microfishing rod down, and we'll see if we can kind of work with that little live mosquito fish to get something else. All right, so the mosquito fish is still alive, still kicking. Took the bobber off. We're just gonna go weightless right here. I don't know if this is gonna work because all this water is just kind of moving through here. But we'll see if we can get something. Might also try putting a little split shot on it. All right, guys, so that's gonna do it. I spent maybe 30 minutes here dropping the mosquito fish around some different spots in both sides of this culvert. Got, I think, no bites. I put it down for a couple minutes just to like start cleaning up everything else so I could get ready to go. And when I just checked it as I was getting ready to leave, the mosquito fish was gone. So I don't know if I had a bite and something took the mosquito fish, if a crab got the mosquito fish, if the mosquito fish just got off. So who knows? Obviously there was snook here because I saw some underwater last time. Did not see any today. Maybe I just kind of missed them. But yeah, a lot of frillfins, a lot more cresteds, and that one jumbo frillfin was the highlight of the day. Didn't even know they got that big. But yeah, if you're looking for frillfins and crested, South Florida has a bunch of them. So hope you guys liked it, and I will see you guys next time.